Hey guys, Trevor here with Ecommerce Paradise High Ticket Dropshipping Podcast. And today's episode, I'm going to talk about a critical thing you need to know before you get started with high ticket dropshipping. And this is really important because if you want to get started with an online business model and you aren't prepared to manage it and run it, then it might be kind of a disaster when you go to manage and run that business. So I'm going to prepare you today by providing the number one thing you need to know before you even get started building one of these businesses out so that you're ready to run the business when I get started. But before that, if this is your first time watching this channel, definitely hit the subscribe button and get my list of free profitable niches at ecommerceparadise.com/99 niches. List of 99 of the most profitable high ticket dropshipping niches so that you can have a easier time getting started doing the research, and included with it is a free mini course for beginners for high ticket dropshipping, what this business model is all about, how it works, and how you can get started. All right, with all that said, let's jump into the training. So it's really, really important that you know what's going to be involved before you start running your business. So there's two types of people I usually work with. One of them is the person that has a lot of money but very little time, and the other person I work with is the person that has a lot of time but very little money. So for the person that has a lot of money and very little time, in other words, you have like a high-paying job already or a business already, and you're looking to become more location independent, this can kind of be a painful process for you starting and managing one of these online stores, because an online store does take time, either your time or somebody else's time, and it does take some money as well. So keep in mind that this is just like any other retail business. You can't run the whole show yourself, especially as you grow, and you're probably going to want to hire somebody just right off the bat to at least help you manage your ad accounts for you, or to help you optimize your website, or to help you with customer service. Those are the three main things that you need to be doing on a continuous basis to grow your business. So I'll repeat those again. Managing customer service, number one. Number two, optimizing your website for conversions, getting more suppliers, adding more products, that kind of stuff. And number three, managing your ad account, optimizing your ads and your bids and your budgets and your keywords and all that stuff, because that really matters, because the traffic you're sending to your website will make or break your business. It will make the difference between profitable sales and not sales, basically. So it's really important right before you start your business to know that you have a few different options. Number one, you can do it all yourself. If you live in the States, you can take phone calls yourself, deal with email yourself, and live chat yourself all day long, just like you're working a day job at an office from home or something like that, or from the coffee shop, however you want to do it. Usually I recommend running from home because you're going to have to take phone calls and take credit card numbers and process orders and stuff over the phone. So if you want to do it all yourself, you can do that. I did that for the first few years of business, and when I quit my day job in 2013, I worked from home for about a year and a half straight, and then I actually moved into a physical bike shop for about 6 months, and then moved back out into my home again. And so I have a lot of experience working from home, having a home office, having a desk, and a computer, and all this stuff like set up around me to run an actual business, a small business from home. And that's pretty normal, and you can do that and be pretty successful with it. The only thing is that if you already have a business or you already have a high-paying job and you want to keep that while you run this new business, an online business, until it takes off, you're going to need somebody to manage that business for you, because you're probably not going to be able to take phone calls while you're at work. You're probably not going to be able to manage the emails constantly and the order processes and the follow-up that needs to be done between suppliers and customers, because that's pretty much what we're doing. We're going between customers and suppliers. We're finding them the products they need, we're closing those sales, and managing the customer support and anything after the fact. So keep that in mind. In the very beginning, if you have money, definitely hire a virtual assistant. They usually cost $400 to $500 a month. You can hire them full-time in the Philippines, and they can manage your store for you, and all you have to do is train them and basically show them exactly what you do in your store every single day, and it's a pretty easy process. The next thing you can do, if you don't have the money for it, if you're that person that has a lot of time and has a little bit of money, maybe kind of somewhere in the middle, and you want to wait until your store is profitable before you start investing more money in it, is you can hire a call answering service like PatLive, which we recommend. You can check them out at ecommerceparadise.com/PatLive and get a free trial. It's a pretty low cost to start up. It's about $150 a month for the lowest package, and it provides enough minutes to maybe provide an answering service while you can't be there. This is especially good for international sellers that are just getting started and don't want to hire a VA right off the bat until the store is profitable, that kind of a thing. You can get started with a low cost and at least have somebody answering the phones, but they're not going to be able to manage your store for you. They're not going to be able to do follow-up, or they're not going to be able to contact suppliers, that kind of stuff. So it's not ideal. What's really ideal is hiring a full-time virtual assistant to run your store for you. And on top of that, even more ideal would be being in the States, having an actual office somewhere, and hiring a physical team to work with you right next to you in that office. That's like the most ideal situation, which you can do once you scale your business big enough to afford that. But people in the States usually cost a lot more money to hire, and the office space is going to cost you some money as well. So you usually wait until that for way later. But just keep this in mind, guys, is that if you wait a long time to start outsourcing, it's going to make it more difficult for you to outsource later on, because you're not going to have any trainings in place to be able to train people, and you're not even going to really have the time or energy to spend creating those training materials and outsourcing. So you got to keep all this stuff in mind before you even get into business, because your goal with starting a high-ticket dropshipping store shouldn't just be to make a business for yourself. It should be to create a business that you can sell later. So you should build your store to sell it, right? So think about in terms of what an investor would think if they were going to invest in your business or buy it from you. What would they be looking for? They would probably be looking for a more turnkey solution. Some business that has a team plugged into it that keeps growing it and running it consistently so that they can take a step back and invest in it and expect solid returns and still be focused on what they're doing in their life. So you've got to try to create a business like this from the very beginning, from scratch. And yes, it takes a little bit more investment, time, energy, and money, but it's worth it, and you'll get way more money for your business in the long run. If you want to sell it a year from now and you don't have a team, you might get 15x monthly net profits. But if you're able to outsource and train and have a team running everything, make it way more profitable, you might get close to 30x monthly net profits. So it can make a huge difference in your sale price later on for your store. So I highly, highly suggest doing that. And just keep in mind before you even get started with this business that these businesses are not completely passive businesses. The traffic channels can be set up pretty passively, and the sales can come pretty passively sometimes, but a lot of it has a lot of work that needs to be done at every stage of the funnel. You have to be constantly optimizing your ad accounts. You have to constantly be posting to social media and creating marketing campaigns. You have to constantly be taking phone calls and doing customer support, live chat, email, stuff like that. And you need to be optimizing your website and getting more suppliers and adding more products. There's a lot that needs to be done on a daily basis. And if you want to do it all yourself, just heads up, it's a lot of work. Okay, and I won't lie. So definitely think about hiring people to do the work for you. And with that said, don't hold yourself back with your mindset saying, oh, it costs too much money, I don't have the money for it. The more you invest in your business, the more you're going to get back from it. Okay, so invest in yourself first, but invest in your business next to make it a really good business, a solid business. And keep fixing things when they're broken, right? If you see something that's broken, just go and fix it. It's broken, go and fix it. Try to create a solution for that, and you'll have a way better time with your business. It'll be way more profitable, easier to run in the long run, and you'll be a happier person. You'll be able to sell it for a lot more later on. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you're interested in getting my free niches list and mini course, again, go to ecommerceparadise.com/99niches, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.